joining me, Polina here, talking to you about the month of December, and this is the astrological forecast for all signs. So we had some time. There was a time to explore, there was a time to expand, and there was definitely a lot of opportunity to just be whatever you wanted to be. And we could have dipped our toes into many different opportunities, many different situations, and life was pretty lenient like that. I feel that with this particular Sun and this particular Saturn especially, it is not truly the time to steer away from you. And how do you know who you are? Is get in touch. Get in touch with all the things that you love. Not that you say that you love, that you love. Be in touch with that part of you that is true. And how do you know it's true? It's real. Laughter, tears are real. We have a very, very strong Jupiter in the sky conjunct the Sun at the moment. And what better time than to really sit still for a while and before the journey begins in Sagittarius, really, really, really see. One of the most important things for this particular transit is the doubt. The doubt is also real. When you first meet somebody you don't like, but you try to be lenient, just trust that first sense, the sixth sense. If you are signing a paper, especially if you're roping yourself into some kind of work or some kind of purpose, and you're kind of going, trust it. There is need to be free and not to rope yourself into any type of contracts or solutions. They're just not yours. And for some people, it's really difficult to define who they are. If you've been messed around a little bit in your lifetime and you have no real true identity, and also if you have come to learn through somebody else that identity doesn't exist, we all just are, I would suggest not to sway too far from yourself, from your own inner responses and your own inner worth. Because basically this is the time where we could be anything we want to be, yeah, truly, but how is it going to look in even a month's time? If you are making a choice, please stay true. That's the most I can probably really bring out. I feel that the possible is extreme. Possibles are extreme. Life is becoming more almost like extroverted or intense. The colors are brighter. Everything is new, or everyone is kind somehow. And even in the darkest times, you might see faith quite easily during such a transit. I feel for you. It is sometimes really hard to define what is and isn't real, because nothing is, right? I would probably deter you from making any choices, with love especially, and with any kind of merging with someone else, based on live and let live alone. Basically because we can really fire away, we can really take our own breaths away by being so new and so fresh and so hopeful and full of life. And at the same time, try to see the truth of you. And don't try on any realities just yet, if you can. This is a bit of a portal. I feel this month is more a portal than it is a true resonant month. I feel everything is going to be pretty lucid for quite some time, and I have a feeling that for most of us there are going to be some very weird situations if we don't adjust and remember who you are. And one of the easiest ways to do this is through what you like and what you have generically liked throughout your life. Maybe there's a certain type of sound or feeling or sensation that you truly do enjoy. But the thing here is also not to stay too coy and too far away from adventure. But if you don't feel fated, or you just kind of don't feel sure, it is good to also perhaps be safe. Safety first. We have a very strong Mars. We have a very weird Mars. We have a very, very strange Venus. Here, safety first goes a longer way than you think. So please back yourself up. Please have a look at your options. Please don't stay away from the truth. And some of us might see it from the first smell, from the first feeling, from the first sensation, from the first sight we already knew. So this is what I'd like to also suggest with lovers. The ones that are coming back or the ones that are new. This is not truly the best time to research another person, to try and get into their soul. It's not really the type of time when you really, really want to get to know somebody, unless you are lucky enough to meet somebody totally on your level. I feel that it's more a gorgeous time to live and let live and be free, and not to circulate too much with people that are really trying to pin life down. I think sometimes life can be pinned down, sometimes a solution or a certain realization is second to none. But on such a timeline, I don't believe it is important to do that now. So pinning down of one another, pinning down of you into a certainty, pinning down of another person into some kind of timeline for you, I feel, could lead to a lot of strangeness later on, because we are expanding so vastly. We're exposing ourselves, and yeah, some of us might just make some mistakes that were perhaps long overdue. And what I mean here is mistakes that are overdue is when we had an ego or a certainty about something or someone, and now it's time to let it fall. And sometimes we'll fall on our butts during a timeline like this, and there is no greater way to get back to center than to make a fool of you, than to make a fool of yourself. So prepare to be made a fool of as well during this time. Don't treat things too seriously, even though it's a little bit hard with this type of gain and loss type of timeline. What I mean is, like, there is so much more at stake for some than normal. We can smell, we can feel there is a grandness and expansion to this particular year. And we feel that there is so much more just behind the line somewhere. We feel there are so many more people for us to see, and perhaps some of us feel opportunities lost or opportunities found. And sometimes people can get very toothy in a dog year, because it gets very personal very fast when you recognize how much is at stake. But the thing here is to fall sometimes, and not to fall badly, but just to fall and laugh. And if you can fall in love during fall and laugh during this particular transit, it'll be much easier for you to grow and to gain respectability and to gain friends and to gain all these different opportunities later on. But are you real enough to laugh? Are you real enough to laugh? One other thing maybe is that dimensions of time have changed. We have a very, very strange offbeat time, and what we had before pictured, planned and placed is a little bit more lucid now. But what is real, robust and giving is yourself. Yourself and the structure and the truths that you consider real within your own spectrum of now. And that sometimes is very, very almost like unlikely to be truly appreciated. And this is because sometimes we value what we can have, or the stamp we can put on the paper, or the big vase we can put on our table, more than how we feel. So this is not about the big things. This is not about gains. It's not about archetypal success. This is about true success. And true success, I believe, comes from the inside. And not just that, it comes from you and who you truly are becoming during this time. So please make a lot of love, make a lot of way, and make a lot of space for you to grow. One other thing is joy, actually. Yes, joy is returning. Joy and the sensitivity to life itself. The sensitivity to life. Please don't get stuck in arguments, conversations, teachings, showing off, doing this, doing that for nothing. It is very, very easy here to get stuck with a presence that doesn't want to love you, that doesn't want to give to you, just wants to discuss, talk things over, and not be present or give anything back. It is very super easy to sign up to a course that is done by amateurs during this time. It is very super easy to sign up to a conversation that you don't know how to get out of. It is very super easy to become a brand that doesn't suit you later. So if you can, try to no longer try so hard. Try to no longer try hard with who you are and how you come across, because with this particular sky, we are meant to make a little bit of a fool of ourselves. We're made to not really see the world clearly. We're made to have rose-tinted glasses on sometimes. So allow all this room in the world to really learn from life and to, I hope, surprise yourself and just laugh. Find the space and the time to laugh and enjoy and also live. So the freshness and the depth of the moment, instead of talking about it, understanding it, conceptualizing it, and then moving on to what? Moving on to more of similar type of stuff, which you don't really need. And please pay attention to crooks, social media issues, you know, like people that are trying to take your time, people that are not ready for a relationship that say that they are, and all these type of desperate behaviors that people bring out in themselves when they know that somehow they don't feel like they're enough. So a lot of humanness, a lot of kindness, and lots of truth here. And be gentle and step carefully as you go. Thank you very much, and enjoy this month, and I hope you benefited from this video. And I also have all the signs as well by ascendant, moon, sun, and stellium. Thank you very much. Bye. Please check out my almanac for the year. Please check out my almanac for the year 2019. It is a great little book. It's a great little manual. So it's basically a planner. It's a diary, and it will help you, I believe, get things together this year coming. Thank you very much, and I hope that you enjoy this month. Bye.